better get your sports straight. You better get your sports straight. Look it up. Google it, fool. Google it.
Welcome back to a new video. We are out here today.
Don't hate the player, hate the game. Yo, don't hate the player, hate the game.
Today, what are we doing? It's not a Monday, but we're out here creating some madness. It might be a Monday somewhere, so guess what that means? It's another Monday madness. We're doing something with screen printing, graphics, or something to do with putting something on a t-shirt, sweatshirt, hat, socks, whatever I can put a graphic on. I try to put it on whatever I can. Today, if you're new, we did some screens the other day, and if you're not new, you already know we made this screen. It says on there, Northwest Fresh. If you can't read that, look it real close, put some glasses on. There you go, folks. What are we doing? I'm not gonna do any t-shirts today. I gotta do this, set this up. I'm gonna tape this off, get it ready to set up. And then I have another graphic that I did on another screen that we have to burn in the exposure unit. I don't know how to talk, so bear with me, people. I just learned how to talk the other day, so that's what's going down. My voice, it's not because I'm sick, it's because I got into, sometimes, okay, we're gonna break it down real quick. Sometimes people in my family irritate me to the fullest degree. And around here where I live next door to my grandma, where my grandpa used to live. He's passed away, but I still talk about him like he's still here sometimes. Or not like he's still here, but I just talk about him. Just like if he's, it just makes it, if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. My uncle lives over there and I cannot stand him at all. Can't stand looking at him. I can't stand the sight of him. I've tried being nice to him. He is the rudest, meanest person. He's like a poser. We're gonna call him a poser, or a culture vulture, because he thinks he knows everything about everything. And in reality, I'm not trying to talk, well, whatever. I don't like him. I don't want him over here, because every time I see him, I just get frustrated. So on this side of the family, for some reason, everybody over here, except for my mom, listens to me what I have to say. Yeah, sometimes when I get frustrated, the F word comes out of my mouth, but that's what happens when I get frustrated sometimes. You can't help it. And if you look it up, Google it, do your research, even go on Yahoo or Bing or whatever research platform you use. The most creative cusses and uses cuss words a lot. And it's not because I'm intelligent or whatever, it's just a thing. It's being creative. I don't know what it is. So sometimes when I get frustrated, I say the F word. He doesn't understand, leave me alone, and don't come over here. So I had to yell at him and get real gnarly, and I don't like getting real gnarly. Well, I like getting gnarly on the skateboard, but I'm talking about gnarly as in like mean right now. Putting gnarly and using gnarly as mean. It's easy to be mean and it's easy to act hard and fight people and do all this stuff. I don't like doing it. I don't like the feeling of having that, like I said it before in another video, I absolutely despise the feeling of wanting to have that feeling of fighting somebody all the time. So just leave me alone and don't come over to my area. We know you lived here 20 years ago and you left it in squalor, and I came through and I made it look nice. I'm not saying that I'm better, but I'm just saying I take care of my stuff and I treat my stuff with respect, and I don't have my stuff in squalor and looking like the show hoarders or, you know, just random things like that. I don't like that at all, even though this is a garage and screen printing. This whole little TED talk that I'm doing has nothing to do with screen printing, but it's just the way my voice, I had to get loud and real, you know, and I don't like doing that. I used to get like that in middle school, high school, so less high school. When I tell people to leave me alone, don't talk to me, for some reason, why don't people understand the word no? Please stop, no, don't, leave me alone, don't even look at me. It's very odd that people don't understand the word no these days. And Northwest Fresh, we're gonna tape it up. Because if you don't tape up your screen, if you're new to screen printing, if you don't tape your screen up, it is going to be, the ink's gonna get where you don't want the ink to go. And the way that I did this one is, that's the way I did it. I had block out, we used tape. I wish I had some block out liquid. That'd make a whole lot of difference of using that instead of the tape. Maybe soon I'll get the block out. But you just want to tape the edges off. It's very, very easy. Just like so, bro. tape it up, do a test print in whatever you're doing with the screen printing. I don't know about the DTF, direct to film or whatever it's called. I don't know if you do test prints with those or like a test printout because you use a printer. Let me know if you do the DTF on the thing. Do you do test print first to see what the graphic looks like, or you just start printing on the t-shirts or whatever you need to print on with that stuff? Screen printing is pretty easy once you get the steps down. I feel that sometimes when people start screen printing, they get discouraged. I got discouraged. Well, it's just a whole new different skill. You know, it's a different skill level than like direct to film, heat transfer vinyl. After a while, I don't know. You could teach somebody that in an hour, less than an hour. I'm not saying it's a good or bad thing. I'm just saying it's a different way of doing t-shirts, but it doesn't, you know what I'm saying? There's skill level into it, but there's more skill into screen printing this and making I'm not trying to say one's better than the other. I'm just saying screen printing, some people get discouraged because you gotta do the emulsion, you gotta burn the screen, you gotta wash the screen. There's a lot of steps before actually putting it on the t-shirt. But from my experience, heat transfer vinyl, you could get some good vinyl that lasts for a very long time. I have heat transfer vinyl shirts that I made 10 years ago that I don't wear anymore, but at the time, a couple years ago, they're still looking good. I used to skate in them, so I just threw them away because falling, you get holes in your shirts. This stuff happens to your shirts when you skate, so I just had to throw them away, but the graphic looks still good. I guess the direct to film, the film positives, I got some from a company that I got made just to test them out to see what they're like, and they turned out pretty bad. Maybe there's different people out there that make better product than the one I got, and I just got discouraged from using the DTF transfers because I got pretty bad looking ones. They're not bad looking, but the colors are off. That's something that is different than all that than screen printing. Screen printing, I think you can get the colors direct right on, and the direct to film, I guess it depends on what kind of printer. I'm just guessing. I guess what kind of printer you use when you're doing this stuff. These are direct to film. So here's what I was doing. I had this graphic from a long time ago, and because I skateboard, you know, I got an idea from Thrasher, the flames, the throwers from Thrasher, you know what I'm saying? With the flames on it. So this is supposed to be yellow and red to make it look like fire, and it says Crusader Skateboards, as you can see, because I skateboard, and Forever Crusaders like the streetwear brand of things, and Crusader Skateboards, obviously what that means, it means it's skateboarding. But you can also wear the Forever Crusaders while you're skating. You can also skate one of my skateboards coming soon. But see, that's supposed to be orange and yellow, and this just looks like a big blob. Here's the two colors that I use when I do this on sweatshirts. I haven't done it on t-shirts, but it's mostly a sweatshirt graphic. It's supposed to be on green. Made some a long time ago, and we're coming back with them. Real soon. I have to make the screen with that graphic. So here it is. Here's the yellow that I was trying to get that flame on the back supposed to look like, and here's the red that's supposed to make it look like a fire. These two together, I feel like look like fire. What did I get over there? I got a hot mess. With the DTF transfer, with that one I got a hot mess. Maybe it's the type of printer you use when you do the DTF. I don't know, let me know. If you know, let me know. Alright, we just turned the whole shop into a dark room because we gotta expose this screen. And this is a DIY exposure unit with some LED black lights. And the way that you do that is you gotta take all this stuff off of mine, because mine is also a drying cabinet. Down here there's a screen, there's a hole in the back of this with a fan on the back that blows. It's there. I cut it out, but I use capillary film, and if it looks weird that there's already a graphic on here and I haven't exposed it yet, it's a whole different way of making screens with the capillary film. You put this in, if you have a vinyl cutter, you can cut the design out with the capillary film and put the design on there before you burn the screen. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Boom, and then we just wait. Because that's exposing, I can turn the lights on in here again. You know, because it's already, that emulsion is already hitting the light source. That's the thing, when you do the emulsion or the capillary film, you gotta do it in a dark room and with the orange or red light bulb, or even a yellow light bulb, like you're doing a photograph. Because if you get that stuff exposed to UV light or outdoor light before you get any graphics on there, it's ruined. Don't hate the player, hate the game. And you could tell this is, I don't know, this is way sick. Way sick. It looks, I know it looks funny because I've used this screen. The screen is at least a long time old. So there's a lot of graphics that were been on this screen and haziness, but that's not gonna do anything with the it's not gonna hurt the graphic when you screen print. But the difference between this one and that one, I made this one so we could do plastisol heat transfers. So that's why it's backwards like that. We're gonna set them both up. It goofed up over here to the corner, but that's okay because we're doing this one for the plastisol heat transfers. If you don't know what a plastisol heat transfer is, you just gotta subscribe and wait until that video comes out when I do these, because this looks good. I'm super impressed on how this comes out. Fine detail this because I feel it's down here more and it's up here more, so I might have to put a shim or something in between here to make it lift up, but we're good to go. We are good to go, and we're always out here Monday through Friday and every day in between. www.forevercrusaders.com. Don't hate the player, hate the game.